This is the brand new RV60D Pro model from Setpower, and this might possibly be the best budget fridge for your needs. So to start off with, this is a dual zone. It has a fridge and a freezer. It is 60 quart. It fits up to 72 cans in it. This is, I believe, the largest model that they have. I have the smaller version of this as well. I have a 45 without the handles or the wheels, and that sits in the back of my 4Runner and is on a fridge slide. But as a lot of people pointed out in the last video, most people don't have a drawer system, so they don't have a slide. So something like this might actually be better for most people. All right guys, so this is a super simple install. So you can either run it as the Pro model with wheels and the long handle, or you can swap it out for the regular handle just like the other side, which does come in the box. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to unscrew all of these screws here. There are 4 of them, and you're going to put the frame in that same location. Then the frame will fit in there very snug, and you will just tighten these down. These are in the bag, and you'll be able to just tighten them down. So next you're going to put these nuts on. It comes with this right here, but you can just use a 17. I actually prefer this, so I went with my 17. This should be pretty tight, and the wheel should be fine. But if you do notice that you over torqued it and the wheel has trouble spinning, just go ahead and back it off a few notches. Next, we're going to flip it over to the other side, and we're going to remove these 2 screws as well. This is where the rubber pieces are going to go, and that's going to be kind of your stand on the other side. Once you've got all that installed, you are pretty much done. It's a very easy install. Just kind of wanted to show you guys how that went in. So basically it has these little handles here on both sides. I have one hand right now, so it's hard to do, but they slide out, and it's got wheels, so you can kind of wheel it around the site. So the wheels are very strong. There's rubber on them. Don't feel unsafe about taking them camping. You know, that's the main purpose of this, and I think these wheels will do fine. So just like the other one, this opens either from this side, or you can move it with this. You can pop it off and move it to the other side if you want it to open the other way. Let's look in here. We've got the freezer on this side. I brought these little fudge bar things. They're still frozen. But yeah, this basket is really nice to have. It's got these little rubber things so it doesn't move around. I said the divider you can take out, and it just becomes a fridge or a freezer at that point. I didn't bring too much because I'm not going to be out here very long, but it closes pretty easy. You can hear it seal. You know, you can either close it like that or just close it. I really like this thing a lot. You know, I like being able to put it in the back seat over there because I don't have kids or anything like that. Now, I mentioned in my last video that I was running this full time, and I had this on a fridge slide. And because I have this drawer system, I can't really go with a super tall fridge there, so I'm pretty limited. But as someone pointed out in my last video, most people don't have these, so it's actually beneficial to have a tall, kind of narrow one. I wanted to show you guys what it looked like in the back of a 4Runner without drawers. This would also fit inside of a Forester or really anything like that. My drawers just kind of make it seem like it's a lot taller than it actually is. So this should fit perfectly in the back of really any SUV just fine. 60 Pro, and I thought this was a lot better for people who kind of don't have the drawer system and just want a freestanding fridge in the back. Now this will fit on a fridge slide, but you would have to have a platform and not a drawer system in order to make that really work, because, you know, there's not much room here. This is kind of my go-to right now. It is not plugged in, but it fits really nicely because over here I have the power, but I can typically run this on my EcoFlow, which is right there. So let's talk about this one a little bit. I was running this without the wheels on there, and it fit with this up as well as this up, and it was a perfect fit for that. But I was only running it without the wheels just out of pure laziness. I wanted to make sure the fridge was really good before I went ahead and installed that. It's a pretty easy install, so, you know, don't really think that it's tough, but I just never got around to it. It fits with the seat folded down in the back of my 4Runner pretty nicely. It's even got some place for storage here, even with my drawer system there. So this one is very similar to the 60 Knot Pro one in that, you know, it's pretty much the same body and everything, just with the additional handle there and also the wheels, which is really great if you're around the campsite and you just want to kind of roll it over. I typically take my EcoFlow that's over there. It typically doesn't live in here. It might go in my tent, it might go, you know, sitting on a bench or something. That way you can have this outside of the vehicle if you're at, you know, a campsite and you want to just have your food or your beers ready right on hand. But yeah, based on what other people said in the other videos, this was, I thought, a really great option for people. You know, it's on the higher end of their fridges that Setpower offers, but I would definitely consider this still a budget fridge. At the time of recording this, this is, I think, $600, a little bit under that, and they have sales going on all the time, and I will have a discount code for this one as well as many other ones. So as far as this one goes, it is very similar to the other one in that it has the dual zones here. I am running the fridge and freezer right now. This one I'm running at 12 degrees in the freezer, obviously, but you can see right here, this is the freezer section and this is the fridge section. I think typically I will just run this as a single zone, but right now, just to test this out, I did bring some like popsicles, even though it is snowing on me right now and I would likely not want to eat one. I did bring them just in case. These are the settings that I would typically use. I would keep this maybe below 30 degrees, somewhere in there, and this one I like at about 35. If I'm running it completely as just the fridge, not the freezer, I'll run the entire thing at 35, and this basically will be not important on this side. But it is the exact same setup here as my other one, like this, and I've really been happy with that. So I think you guys will like it as well. Like I said, this one isn't plugged in right now, but you can run the freezer, fridge, or completely fridge on this one. I did have a single zone before this one, but this was my favorite one, so I ended up keeping this one. And going with a fridge slide is from DFG Off-Road. This is definitely not budget. It was basically the same price as this fridge. Luckily, they do carry a slide for this one. I do believe that the width of these is actually the same. They're just shorter for this one and taller for the other one. But I know that the fridge slide that Setpower has does fit both of them. Like I said, I was running this without the wheels and it fit in between the two of these folded up. That is not the case with the wheels on it, so just know that.